Yeah. Please come. Please take a seat.
Thank
If you're comfortable, you can remove the mask. So Pulkit, you belong to Jhajjar district of Haryana. Right. Jhajjar was in news just I think 2 years back, or what was the main reason?
No, I think it could be related to 2 years ago regarding the agitation that we had surrounded regarding the demand for reservation by the Jats. That could be one area for which was in news 2-3 years ago.
And are you supportive of the Jat agitation?
I think there is definitely inequality in the community as such, but I think by the recent EWS reservation, that thing has been taken care, and I believe yes, definitely there is a section which needs support. So it's not in terms of giving or extending entitlement to the entire community, but to certain section it has to be given, and I think government has taken steps in this regard.
But I'm very surprised. See, normally if you go by the concept of dominant caste, normally it has been in parlance of late. Dominant caste, what exactly it means, that any caste which is having a numerical strength and which are also having a kind of dominance over the affair of the region. So Jats belong to dominant caste in Haryana. Why they are still claiming them to be backward?
And that's because of the agrarian distress that we are seeing. It's not only unique with Jats. If we see other communities like Marathas, Patidas, Kappus, these are communities which we relate with the agricultural as a practice. And in recent years, there is no denial that there is significant stress in agrarian. Another factor is, it's very unfortunate that in our society today, we are having a kind of race to the bottom, whereby they seek the agency that is provided by affirmative action as a solution to their existing developmental problems.
So what should be done to counter this kind of behavior or attitude?
Ma'am, I think in this regard, we certainly need reforms in terms of the human development capabilities, that is promoting more education, more skilling opportunities, extending more areas whereby they can engage themselves and come, or they have a efficient, they are having a good transition from the agricultural background to the other sectors of the economy.
Okay, Haryana is also in news nowadays. Every other day some village is being quoted in newspaper. Are you aware?
Sorry ma'am, I cannot recall exactly which one you will be referring.
Do you have any idea about the Khori demolition drive?
Yes ma'am, I have read about it. It's, I think, lies in the Aravalis, and there is some issue regarding the encroachment there.
So what is the issue? Are you aware of the issue?
Ma'am, I'm not aware of the exact details regarding it.
There are about 5,000 settlement near about where the Supreme Court has directed for the demolition of such settlement, because they are lying in the forest area. They are on the government land. The government land has been encroached. Now I just want to know from you, what should be done? People are claiming, the residents of this village are claiming that they are living in this village for about 25 years. Even some claim it even later than, before that time period. And suddenly after 25 years, the government wakes up and tells that this is the government land. Was the government sleeping earlier? What is your take over it?
Yes, definitely there could be lacuna on the part of the administration in this regard. But right now the priority should be regarding their rehabilitation and ensuring that they should be made sensitive regarding the ecological significance of this area. And if we have to go about some kind of solution, if we want to vacate it, definitely an alternative in terms of their rehabilitation should be definitely looked into. Similar to that we even see in the cases of urban areas. It's something very similar to the issue of regularization of slums also.
That's what is my concern. So you people are not on government land, and then you come out with a rehabilitation package or a policy, and everybody thinks that no matter, you can squatter on government land, and then anyhow government is going to compensate you. Why should government compensate?
And that's definitely a moral hazard associated with this. People may feel this, and I think in the first place the government itself should be more sensitive regarding such encroachments, and definitely if they take step earlier, it could be resolved in a better way, because after this long association there are other factors also associated, so which I think, and government at the end of the day always looks for amicable solution regarding the problems.
Okay, So you did your BTech from IIT BHU.
Yes, ma'am. It was a dual degree course, both
Okay.
BTech and MTech in a 5 years duration.
Right. How was your university experience?
It was very good for me in terms of not only going into my own domain of engineering, but being associated with the university, I could enroll in other courses. And Varanasi being a cultural city, I could also engage myself other extracurricular activities also. So it gave me a very holistic education, and I was very fortunate for that.
Then why I'm actually surprised to see any such kind of academic institution figuring in the top 100 ranking. Why Indian higher educational institutions are not figuring in the top 100 rankings?
That's definitely an issue, and there are various factors behind this. First is the criteria that these rankings are based on, and second is we definitely have some issues in the higher education in all.
What kind of issues?
My first issue is regarding the paucity of funds. Because although we can say that there are some institutions which are given adequate funds, but still, if we compare it to other standards, then we should also look at these aspects, also comparing the funding. Second aspect is regarding the courses structure. Also, there is significant improvement required there also, and even in the terms of students, also the kind of attitude they have there, that also needs to be oriented when.
Are you aware of the criteria which are basically required for qualifying, which is important for an institution to qualify into that category? What is the topmost criteria?
Ma'am, I cannot recall all, I think, but there are some factors like the quality of research publication, like the public perception regarding the institution, the qualification of the faculties.
Why are we not able to undertake a research in our institutions? Or if we are
That's,
able to undertake, why it's not that much qualitative?
that's definitely an issue that we are facing, and there are, again, the issue goes in terms of the factors, like first, research is very capital intensive. Second, even the social factors also affect them. I can talk from the perspective of a student. Like students are themselves not much inclined to go in this field because of the other lucrative or other attractive job opportunities that they have. Then even at the part of the faculties also, ma'am, they are highly loaded with the basic course work structure that they have in the institutions.
Okay, well, so tell me, after engineering, you didn't opt it for any engineering kind of job. You are opting for civil services. Why?
Sorry, ma'am, I'll amend myself here. I did have a job in DRDO as a scientist.
But you left it. Now you're working as a in some edutech company as a curriculum developer.
Yes, ma'am. But I did had an experience in the field of engineering also.
Why you left DRDO?
Ma'am, because that time I felt that if I have to have more exposure in my life, so I need to go and prepare for civil services, and I could not balance the future projects, that is in terms of preparing for civil services and the responsibility that I had as a scientist there. Hence I decided to leave my job, and I started my preparation with civil services.
Okay, my last question to you. Let's say tomorrow you are made the DM of Jhajjar district. What is the sex ratio of Jhajjar?
Ma'am, I think it's around 879.
Is it in a good level?
Definitely not.
What can you do for the same?
Ma'am, firstly I'll look into the present policies that the government is having and have incremental changes in that itself. Second will be taking forward.
Okay. Yeah, please continue.
Second will be taking forward the same initiative. It requires significant mindset change in terms of the perception regarding the girl child is there and their employment opportunities also. And I think some of the role models, if they can be highlighted in this regard, that will definitely help in the perception change. And to be very have an objective opinion in this, there is a change happening on the ground as well right now also.
Any particular government schemes?
I can recall the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Abhiyan. Apart from this, Sukanya Samriddhi, and there are others also whereby Mukhyamantри's schemes are also there in this regard.
Mukhyamantri which scheme?
Ma'am, I cannot recall the exact name, but I think it's regarding promoting. They give certain as a gift in the marriages of the girl child.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Belonging to a defense personnel's family, you must have heard of the CSD card, canteen card in Ukraine.
Yes, sir.
Are you availing of that facility?
No, sir, I am not availing.
Your family?
Yes, sir. My father and my mother, they are availing.
Could you suggest me some ways to rationalize that? Because Defense Ministry incurs a lot of expenditure on that, even as it is being misused or the benefits are being diverted to third families or not the defense personnel families. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, sir. There are issues been highlighted in this regard.
Right.
If we talk about the issues, how we can resolve, we have to look into the supply chain that we have with respect to any product. Now, this is at the end of the customers that there are, and issues are regarding, concern is regarding that the benefits are intended for the defense personnel, and at times they might be giving to their relatives also. So in this regard, I think there is a definite regime that they are having. There is certain limitation in terms of quantity that they can take, and moreover, I think by using technological means, using digital tools, even the wastage can be reduced in this regard, and having a application software in this, it can help in the better management. So I relate it with the overall issue that we have in supply chain in any field in this regard.
So can you suggest something out of the box regarding this? I mean, that is being tried in the other fields. This is a hint for you. In order to rationalize the CSD subsidy, something is being done in the other fields, which could well be emulated in this field as well.
Sir, I'm not sure if you're talking regarding the biometric authentication.
That is already being done.
And that is been done, but I cannot recall any
Direct benefit transfer.
direct benefit transfer. I think, sir, in this regard, I'm not very sure that it will be helpful in that, because I think at the end of the day, it's about the products that they are taking. So I believe, and other aspect I feel here is that CSD is not only about the economic factor. It is also a means by which we make the Jawans feel that they are having certain kind of privileges. But it is also a kind of a perk that we can talk about. And DBT could be an area which the Jawan might not feel that it is a perk being extended.
You must have heard about Sons of Soil Theory.
Yes, sir.
Recently, Haryana government came up with the reservation in private sector jobs up to rupees 50,000 level.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on that?
So my take is, although the government is having a benign vision that it wants to promote employment for the local youth, but at the end of this day it will be detrimental to the growth of industry, because it will definitely hamper the investment that is coming into the region in recent years. So, and I feel that if they want to have a structural reform in this regard, that will be more effective means of having the change or the intent that they are having. And having agriculture, the food processing industry, as well as promoting the service sector, because Haryana has been very fortunate enough to be a region of which is very in the vicinity of the developed parts of the country. So if these areas looked into, they can definitely have a gainful employment, and I think that is the intent that the government is having even with the legislation.
I would like to go a little deeper in that. When you say service sector could be promoted or agriculture sector could be promoted, food processing, etc., you are hinting at, what would you precisely do in this case? Agriculture first, then the service sector.
So I'll have very rudimentary steps in this regard. Like for example, food processing. I can have an initiative like the farmers can go for just making dalia at the first stage, or having crops like oats, which are similar conditions like wheat. So I'm not talking about the crops which are having high risk factor. I'm just talking about the rudimentary changes in this regard. And so when I talk in the service sector, this could be in terms of the dhabas that we can see, in terms of the eateries, in terms of they could be even integrated with the high-end service sector also as part of the employment opportunity.
Otherwise, this idea of reservation in private sector is good in general if we talk about it.
Yes, sir, it's definitely.
Considering the fact that a lot of jobs, government jobs are being privatized or are being outsourced to the private sector.
So that's definitely a fact, but I think there's other constitutional issue also regarding this, and I think the matter has been constitutionally challenged in this regard also, because this is very unique that we are extending the affirmative action in the private sector also, whereby till now we were giving, or when we are having the idea of liberalization, then the private sector should be independent to include the factors of production that they think are adequate. And this is at the other end also, it's now the government jobs are very limited. So these are the two challenges that we are facing, and we are in a kind of a grey zone in this regard. And I think the Supreme Court decision will be will guide us more clearly in this regard.
So you mean to say judicialization of governance issues is good by hinting at Supreme Court here?
No, sir, I was talking regarding the having a jurisprudence opinion on this regarding the wisdom behind the legislation.
This is a policy issue. Why to judicialize this?
Sir, definitely a policy issue, but justice is always and everywhere involved. Under Article 142, judiciary I think can undertake this also for the judicial review. That is the basic feature of the constitution.
This is judicialization of governance, no? Politicians, they've been given mandate, that is one thing. But if it is leading to injustice, that is why the politicians have decided, the political executive has decided to go ahead with this resolution in private sector, isn't it?
Definitely, sir. But when we talk about the dynamics of politics, they have a good benign opinion in this, but they work by populist means, majority opinion. And I think judiciary is a better organ in this regard to have a holistic opinion so that rights of the minority also can be withheld and they can have a overall better perspective from the aspect of justice and equality.
Okay. Coming to another thing, do you think educated people make good politicians or vice versa? Or layman can also be a good politician? Considering the Haryana's another reform of making 10 standard matriculation as the eligibility condition for contesting the Sarpanch's election.
So I think leadership is not dependent on the educational qualification, although it can aid in terms of better understanding. But we have leaders which were not very educated and they were more efficient than an educated one. And at the same time, an educated person is no guarantee that he will be having the caliber enough that he can inspire the masses. And when we talk about the issue regarding reservation in the panchayats in Haryana, I think the intent was regarding promoting or having a nudging theory behind this so that it overall benefits the education.
You are mixing two issues here. One is the child issue, I think, and another is education. Right? Having two child norm is there.
Yes.
So I'm just asking you about the education issue.
I'll clarify myself, sir. So I think 4 or 5 years ago, Haryana also introduced a criteria whereby certain qualification standard was introduced for the panchayati in the panchayati raj system. I don't recall the exact level. I think they were regarding around 8th or 10th standard that a candidate must be having. So my discussion I think was in that regard.
Okay. So you mean to say that educational requirement by the Haryana government is not a good move. When you say that educated people, they are equally good and the laymen are equally good, amateurish politicians are equally good.
Sir, I'm trying to understand the intent behind it. The intent was to promote the overall education as such at the grassroots level. And I believe, in fact, it has been also upheld by the Supreme Court that it's a reasonable classification that they are having in this regard. So that's my opinion on that.
What do you think?
Thank you, sir.
Pulkit, you have studied from IIT BHU.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would like to ask you, IITs being the premier institutions of our nation, what aspects?
No, but definitely I can give a solution, but it will be very challenging as such to implement because of the kind of support that we extend to IITs vis-a-vis the other regional colleges. But leaving that aside, we can look into the aspect of the residential facilities that they give to the students. It's compulsory that students live in the hostels there, and that gives a different learning vis-a-vis the academic learning. Second will be regarding the interest, the kind of in the freedom the students are given in terms of operating their messes, in terms of organizing the festivals, whereby learn a significant insight into the aspects of management and how it is carried out. And third aspect will be IITs do focus on in terms of holistic development of the students by organizing various committees and forums, even in the fields like sports and cultural activities. So these are some areas which can be adopted. But that being said, again, the challenge lies in terms of extending support in terms of the funds that they might be given.
Pulkit, what do you think are the strengths of your personality which will make you a better administrator?
Now, I believe the kind of experience that I had since I had exposure to rural background, even I lived in various cantonments. Then thereafter also I was fortunate that I lived at the kind of a cultural capital of India, and I had a very good educational background also. So that makes me more analytical in that regard. That could be taken in terms of improving the implementation and the processes that we are having in governance.
Your mother is a housewife. So how do you think housewives contribute to the Indian economy?
So, my mother, I will call her more as a homemaker, and the contribution could be summarized in this aspect also that they are the backbone of any societal, particularly in our respect.
Okay, I'd like you to suggest me 5 measures to so as to solve the problem of corruption in the administration.
Can I think over this?
Sure, take your time.
In this regard, my initial step will be in the processes. The implementation part, I will go for more digital solutions. And second will be improving the grievance redressal mechanism by having more feedbacks, by making it more transparent, and so that the citizens can themselves report regarding any mishappening. The third will be, ma'am, strengthening the RTI legislation more, and in that particularly the suo motu disclosure clause, so that the organizations themselves give as much information as possible to the public. And apart from this, ma'am, I think there needs to be change in the value system also in the society as a whole, and more disincentives should be there for a person who is indulged in corruption.
World Bank says that India is the best policy formulator, but when it comes to policy implementation, it is at the worst. So, how do you think this can be changed?
It's significant challenging aspect because when it comes about implementation, because India's diversity at times present a challenge in this regard. So they have to cater to different sections, different classes of the people. And moreover, if you talk about in terms of the processes that we are having, being a developing country, we are not having the we are not blessed with such kind of processes which will have made it more effective. So these areas we can definitely look so that we can improve the implementation.
So, do you know about the NPA problem in the banks today?
Yes, ma'am.
So, why do you think the number of NPAs is increasing?
Now it's reflective of the health of the economy overall. Even if we talk about the two balance sheet problem as well, if the loan has been extended to a firm, suppose a small MSME, and if it is not able to generate revenue, it is having its challenges even in working capital, it can definitely not pay back to the bank. So it will lead to the overall issue. So I think the issue lies in terms of the healthy institutions which can have a better prospect in this area.
Okay, my final question would be 21st century, it's called an Asian century. So, in India has a leadership role to play in this. So, in what areas can India play that role?
Ma'am, I think first it will be about building its own capabilities, focusing on the education, health and skilling. Then second, in terms of first it should look at the immediate neighborhood. If it is looking for leadership, it should emerge as a regional leader and at the same time cater diplomatically the Chinese assertion and project itself as a peaceful country which is rising on the moral grounds.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Pulkit, you have written your hobbies explainer videos.
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly do you mean by explainer videos?
And this is a tool, it's a kind of a software I use. I make animated videos. So it's a cost effective vis-a-vis the conventional animated videos which we see. So it's to relate right now, we can relate with kind of the cartoons that we see at the young age. So nowadays softwares are available whereby we can use them so that we can express ourselves in a better way.
So are you using the same in your edutech industry where you are working?
No, ma'am, I did come into exposure through it, but right now I am working on my part. Like I use it for creating certain short stories or explaining certain concepts, which I think if I want to discuss with my friends. So it's kind of a hobby for me, and I'm not using it directly in the profession that I'm writing.
And how are you practicing agroforestry?
Ma'am, in this regard, we are having a piece of land around in the Morni Hills. So my family is involved in that. I am not involved myself, but I definitely do study about it, and whenever I visit my parents, I do go and take a keen interest in this regard.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we can give the feedback, or you want to discuss? We can give the feedback.
Now you can relax with probably the feedback.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. So Pulkit, How old are you?
Ma'am, I am 28.
28. Okay. And earlier this is the third attempt. Earlier 2 attempts.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you?
I qualified for the interview I gave.
How many times? Twice.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
My mains marks.
And how much you secured in your interview?
171 and 175.
171. What I've written?
178.
172. No, I've not written 178. 172, 175.
5.
So I think interview you still have a lot of potential to improve, right? I would say another 20 marks you can easily get. Are you going the same way? You intend to go the same way?
No, ma'am.
Why you are not clean shaved today?
I was kind in ethical dilemma from JVIS only. Anul sir had said me not to shave. So I was expecting maybe.
ये नहीं बोला था आपने, वहाँ पे मैं उस दिन था, तो he said if you like to go in beard you can go in beard, if you like to go clean shave you can go clean shave.
So it's more, no, I will definitely go. It's
No,
more
because
about.
not at all like
no,
I
sure.
shouldn't comment on that way, but
It's
not,
completely your
yeah,
choice.
your choice.
No, sure, I'll definitely shave. It's
But
about.
somehow it's giving the impression, even if you're going with such kind of look, then please have a very trimmed kind
No,
of
I'll
thing.
definitely shave, ma'am. I
So
told the reason.
I'm
because
first going by the appearance,
Yes, sure,
right?
ma'am.
And folded hands, like it's fine at times, but either I think it's still better if you can. हालांकि वो दिखेंगे नहीं जब बोर होता है,
yes,
you
ma'am.
already been there.
Yes, ma'am.
बहुत ज़्यादा इन सब चीज़ों पे इशू नहीं होता जितना कोचिंग वाले बनाते हैं. It's not like that, but yes, there's one thing which I would like to point out is eye contact. You are only focusing on the person who is asking you the question. Now it's a U board, you know, the rule is that normally the rule is that if somebody on that end has asked you this question, so try to focus, look at least glance
Sure. ma'am.
30% of the time till the chairman. So if don't do this total this, but at least 30% of the time just glance, otherwise 70% focus on the person who is asking. So you are not making the eye contact. Now this was appearance wise, right? And you are using a lot of okay ma'am, you know, once or twice you use that. Kindly refrain from that, because whenever a question is posed to you, you say okay ma'am. I know you are thinking, but then don't say anything, or
Sure.
right. Also, I was expecting more focused answers from you. You know, you are having the material, you are having a pleasant personality, your content wise you're fine, academic wise you're fine. You need to be more focused in your answers. Especially अभी हरियाणा के अंदर में खोरी is a hot burning issue. Every day newspapers it's coming. So and your hobby is agroforestry. And lastly जो आपने बताया, यही दोनों hobbies लिखी थी पिछली बार भी?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So agroforestry के अंदर में don't refrain from such kind of answer that my family practices is at times I go, then it is not your hobby. Are you getting me? You tend to do n number of things for a small portion of time. So at least prepare something more on agroforestry. You could have said that you know, I accompany my parents and I indulge in that and read something about it. Since you have written it, now you have to justify it. That's your responsibility. But I don't want such kind of answers from you that I don't involve that much. At times I take in interest, at times I don't take in interest. That's a very casual approach towards this
Sure,
thing,
ma'am.
right? Next is you said DRDO. You did you could have easily, you know, given me any other explanation for leaving DRDO. You said that exposure wise, I wanted to have more exposure in life, so I wanted to go for civil services. Now, if somebody is actually, you know, you need to understand that civil services is much more than just having exposure. तो आपने बिना कहे, बिना मेरे पूछे मुझे इस बात का जवाब दिया कि सिविल सर्विसेज में क्यों आना चाहता था. आपने DRDO को, मतलब you could have said me कि मैम I was not able to find the time, that much time to prepare for civil services. आपने क्या बोला उसके जाए, आपने क्या बोला कि I was not and I wanted to have more exposure in life and prepare for civil services. You cannot say, you know, you demeaned a service के वहाँ पे exposure नहीं मिलता क्या, जबकि DRDO में भी अच्छा खासा exposure मिलता है. Yes, I can understand being a defense organization, there are certain kind of, you know, the working hours are very strict and as compared to the other normal working hours, so you need to be, you know, careful there. Also at times you take a very defensive approach. I think with sir question 1 or 2, I found you to be somewhat defensive about your answers. So try not to indulge in any kind of controversial, don't try to be diplomatic. You are trying to be diplomatic, but at times you are losing your guard. I think that goes with Haryana people.
Sure.
as ma'am rightly said, because of the experience of last two interviews, too much of mock interview thing stuff has been fed into your mind, right? Being diplomatic, try to be natural somewhere. Like if you are being pushed to take a stand, reservation वाले question में, थोड़ा सा आप stand ले सकते हो. You have been taking stand in some of the answers, but एक natural question कहीं पे miss हो रहा है. जैसे आप पहले इंटरव्यू में गए होगे.
Sure.
Right? मतलब बने बनाए आंसर्स जैसे लग रहे हैं कि हाँ ये थोड़ा सा नेचुरलिटी ले आओ जैसे आपने अनिल स्वरूप सर वाली बात को मतलब मत्थे बढ़ लिया कि यही करना है
नहीं मत्थे नहीं मड़ा सर, to be very frank, well this is about respecting someone's opinion also, and I was expecting he might be here.
बट आपको थोड़ा सा देखना है कि
Sure sir, sure sir.
आंसर्स में खासकर और एक मैम के क्वेश्चन में आपने एक वर्ड यूज किया था फीमेल पीटी साइड वाले में इंक्रीमेंटल चेंजेस तो वो थोड़ा सा दे आर लुकिंग फॉर आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स काइंड ऑफ
Yes.
आपने वहाँ पे ये बोला कि आई वुड स्टार्ट विद द इंक्रीमेंटल चेंजेस had incremental changes been required why would they be seeking fresh blood 21 to 32 years old
Sure.
है ना तो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं मैम would be the right person to suggest
I think my main thing would be that try to एक तो schemes आपको हरियाणा की schemes आप कह रहे हो कि चीफ मिनिस्टर सम स्कीम लाडली स्कीम इज देयर
I don't remember the exact
नहीं
name.
दैट्स फाइन बट देन और दूसरा मुझे लग रहा था कि यू वर टेकिंग आफ्टर मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था कि थोड़ा नाउ यू आर समवट डिसइंटरेस्टेड इन गिविंग द इंटरव्यू maybe it's a mock interview that's why you are having that kind of luxury or that kind of leverage with you but I think if you are going to give the same impression to the board see I can understand your frustration after 2 attempts but then interview is not stopping you 175 or 170 is a good score to be very honest after 275 normally the toppers go around 220 and it's not all, every topper is going to have the same score right so 175 is a good score if your mains are not helping you out that's a different issue so don't let your frustration be exhibit in the interview take every interview as a new opportunity so I would like to have more energy from you मतलब तुम्हारा ऐसा लग रहा था मुझे कि ठीक है सुन लो मतलब it's like I don't know whether it's overconfidence whether it's underconfidence I'm not able to make out but
Sure,
it
ma'am. I'll
you need to
definitely
improve
look
on
into
that you are very close Pulkit just don't leave it midway now
So was it your second mock interview today or this is the first one?
I earlier gave in morning also one online, yes sir.
Quite visible, that's right. And
I had it online and the experience was not good that time because of the connection issue. Yes sir.
ma'am could easily gauge she's been predicting the marks being given since morning and it is quite up to the mark as you rightly said now.
I think that's nothing that's like
So,
a
rest,
more experience
you are one of the best candidates for us for the day so you need to just be confident
Sure, sir.
and
Sure sir, I'll definitely work in this.
anything
Yeah,
from your side?
and I feel that you are very articulate, which is a very good aspect.
Yeah.
But in few cases, prioritization is missing. Like in IIT BHU wala, the third or fourth point you have said that I wanted the first. I mean, मेरे को लगा वो main point है.
Sure ma'am.
So maybe prioritization के case में and
कौन से बोर्ड थे पिछली बार पुलकित
मैम जोशी सर का बोर्ड था और उससे पहले मनोज जोशी एक पीके जोशी सर का और मनोज सोनी सर का.
So interview wise see you are still having a scope of 20 or 20
yes, ma'am.
but थोड़ा सा मतलब ना energy लेके आओ don't give up I think you are just like कि you have been through the process now twice and you are feeling कि you know it's somehow reflecting और एक try करो कि ज़्यादा mock interviews मत दो you're naturally fine
ठीक है.
too many cooks spoil the food
Okay ma'am.
so you will hear an opinion there's a famous story where the donkey you must have heard about that story ना कि एक donkey और एक आदमी जा रहे होते हैं donkey उस पे बैठा होता है लोग कहते हैं कि देखो कितना बेचारा इतना मोटा आदमी एक donkey पे बैठा है वो उतर जाता है थोड़ी देर में मतलब उसके बाद वो donkey को अपने ऊपर बिठा लेता है तो फिर वो कहते हैं कि कितना बेवकूफ़ आदमी है फिर वो कहता है कि चलो दोनों ही चल रहे हैं तो तीसरा आदमी कहता है कि पागल आदमी है इसी के ऊपर बैठ के चला जाए so it's just like that so you more you listen to people
Sure ma'am.
you are yourself having a mind of your own right so you could able to make out each one of us can make out which opinion will I actually take and which opinion I will not take so my suggestion to you is that you are naturally good don't go for many interviews the same suggestion I gave to Nisha there was another candidate in the morning today only out of 6 people, only 2 people I'm telling you the same thing, because you people are naturally good, raw, and they want to have that. It's just the interview is not a problem for you. Whatever you've done in mains is okay, but yes, at the same time you need to be thorough with your state, with your all these things, and try to think some, जैसे sex ratio is a issue, झज्जर district का सुनते ही sex ratio आ जाएगा, तो उसके अंदर में क्या रहेगा? Jat agitation I intentionally asked you just to trouble you for some while, and so थोड़ा सा, और ये please focus on your this video this hobbies, अगर यही लिखे हैं इस बार भी, right? Thank you. Anything else?
That's it, ma'am.